Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. She is your host, Ramicha Jojo Watto, so what better place to be than here with her?
You say that so fast.
Because I like to get it out.
Like your whole breath.
Because it is my whole breath.
Can you say it like I feel rushed?
Then be rushed.
No, say it over.
Why?
Good morning.
Good morning.
And how do you do? I'd like to introduce myself to you. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show.
I'm not saying it over.
Say it again.
Mom. Good morning. Miss Kimberly.
Good morning, Kimberly. We are running a little behind, so we are driving car edition. This morning. See if you can add Lynn. I'm trying to look at the road.
Super.
I hope everybody's ready to get this freebie Friday, Freedom Friday, Friday.
I don't like any of those.
You don't like any of those?
Nope.
Why not?
They don't sound right.
Freedom Friday is what Steve Harvey has, I think.
Yeah, well, let Steve Harvey have it.
Well, I need a Friday. Fearless Friday is mine. How about that?
That's fine.
See, I'm Fearless Friday.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Are you going to say who I am?
I said that.
They didn't hear that. This may be somebody's first time on the show.
Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. She's your host, Ramicha Jojo Watto. So what better place to be than here with her?
Because I'm the only
Live Past Crazy specialist.
I can't read what this saying because I'm driving.
Well, she said, Misty.
That's cousin. Good morning, Misty.
Good morning.
Lynn, I see you twirling on Rosie's forehead.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. We will be stopped moving in just a few minutes.
We will be stopped moving?
I know, they didn't come out
That's not right at all.
That's all right. We will not be moving shortly. How about that? The car will not be moving. Miss Lynn is still trying to join us. I think she may still be in Facebook jail. I hope not. Her name is... Why don't you do Lynn's intro?
Because I don't know her. Sorry.
Lynn Demons is America's #1 rebound coach. Yes, she said it. America's #1.
I know that part.
And you can talk to Lynn at bit.ly/talk to Lynn with the capital L, and that's 2 N's. And Lynn, if you are ready to live past crazy in your finances, go on over there and check her out. And on Demons Enterprise, she has a lot of freebies where you can get your budget toolkit to get your budget ready for the new year. Because we don't want to start this year off in the hole, y'all. Let's start it off right. It's in the hole means lack, less than. My daddy used to say that. Country people know what that means. So don't start the year off in lack. Let's start it off in abundance, and that may simply mean that you are taking care of your finances and your budget. So if you guys have been, even though you can't see me, I'll be there in just a second. The Fearless, all this week we've been talking about mental health detox, and all the fun stuff.
Someone said that we act too much alike.
Who said that?
Miss Misty.
Oh, yeah. Misty, you're probably correct. Because she is my child, honey. That is for sure.
I thought you were going to, swing it on over right there.
No, I'm just going to
You can't park right there, because I know, for sure they park right there.
Okay, well, they're going to have to move me today, honey. Sorry.
Jesus.
I was in neutral there for a minute. My bad.
Oh.
My bad.
What are you?
You said somebody for sure parks right there.
And both of these spots.
Oh, well, they're going to have to deal with it.
Oh, my gosh.
Good morning, guys. Here I am. I'm going to have to do old school. I know, Lynn. I'm probably going to have to do old school and hold the phone. Really, what I'm not getting you. Courtney's in the car, and she's
Yeah, I gotta go.
thinking that I'm going to get her. You leaving me?
Yeah, people probably think I'm dead or something.
All
My
right.
friends are crazy.
Well, have a great day, Rosie. All right, guys. So if you have been joining the show all week, we have been talking about mental health detox, the importance of it, and then just some things and steps you need to do to help take care of that. Have a good day. Love you. And so today, love you. Have a good day. So today's topic, I have a quote. Let me, hold on. I see, Lynn, I sent you the request again. Good morning, D. How you doing? Let's see how long I can do this holding my hand, because I cleaned out the car yesterday. And so I don't have anything to stack you guys on so that I don't have to hold the phone. Would a lovely kid like to get some books out the car so that I can stack them?
Where is it? You getting them?
That's okay. Are you going to get them for me?
Yeah, I guess, Poppy.
Thank you.
You gotta unlock the door.
I appreciate it. All right, guys. So today, I got 2 quotes for today. Liam, did that work for you? I see you twirling on my forehead because I keep hitting the approve button. And it says you'll receive my invite to join. All right, so I have 2 quotes for today. The first, and I don't know who said these, so I just found them. And I keep hitting approve. It says,
Do you want the Bible too?
bring Lynn Demons and she will. I'm going to need one more probably.
So you want Jesus?
One more. Good morning, Deanne. How are you? And Lynn, I done hit it like
No trusty faithful.
3 times. Well, here, move everything else. And then, y'all, hold on. Put just one book up there. I'm trying to get you guys together. That's too much, too.
That's okay.
And then I'm going to read you the quote. Let's see. Rosie has helped her mother out of a jam yet again. I promised a Christmas gift to myself is going to be to get another thing for the window.
I can't
I
read
promise. Scoot this seat up, she said. All right.
Oh, okay.
Now, whew, let's see if we can get this together this time. All right. So the quote, watch the door, watch the car. The quote for the day, I have 2 of them. You can fear the answer, but you cannot avoid it, which goes along with my saying of, why don't you just sit in the front seat because can't nobody see you.
I look like a doll.
Which goes along with my quote of, there is not a problem that exists that doesn't already have the answer attached to it. So you can fear the answer, but you cannot avoid it. That simply means you still gonna have to handle your business. And then the second quote is, the wound is where the light has entered you. So whatever has hurt you, whatever has been, someone has hurt you, or you've been physically or mentally hurt, the wound is the place where the light of the new you is going to enter you. It's all up to you if you're going to use that as a growing and learning experience, or if you're going to let that, or you're going to allow that to hold that against you. Lynn, you're still twirling in my forehead. That's why I keep looking, because Lynn's face is right here. All right, so the thought for the day, we've been talking about mental health. I told you guys, I'm looking for new friends. I'm looking for purpose partners. I'm looking for people who can hear what I see here. And I'm looking for people to help me to get there. And so I am strategic about what I'm looking for, who I'm looking for. I got a whole list, y'all, of what I expect and what the people can expect from me. So I'm willing to give exactly what I'm willing to get, meaning all the things that I say that I want, I'm willing to give those things to my purpose partners. If you're interested in being one of my purpose partners, please send me an email, send me a message, DM me, instant message me. so that we can work this thing out, because I'm starting a new year out with purpose partners. And sometimes people don't know what you want because you don't ask for what you want. So I'm looking for purpose partners. And it doesn't matter, male or female. You know, if the good Lord has sent you, and we both agree the good Lord has sent you, then I agree and we will go forward. All right. So with the making the new friends, and I gave you guys the stipulations and the list, but how about we talk about this when we are living in crazy and we are trying to decide exactly what is crazy in our life and why, and you can't seem to put your finger on it, right? Like for the life of you, you can't figure it out. So today on this Freedom Friday, Fearless Friday, I want you to make a list of 10, let's do 5 of the top 5 problems that you think you have in life, right? The top 5 things that are just, then I keep hitting the approve button, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe on Monday we go live from your page and see if that works, because I hit approve and it keeps coming right back to approve it again. What if we make a list of the top 5 things that you think are problems for you, and then take them one at a time, break them down, and decide what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? If it is a problem for you, is it going to continue to be a problem? Is it going to continue to be a part of your crazy because you don't want to deal with it? Like the quote said, you can fear the answer, but you can't avoid it. Because this is what I know. Eventually, your crazy is going to come to a head. It's either going to make you somebody that you're not, it's going to break you down, or it's going to cause you to have an outburst to become somebody, or to do and say things that later you're going to regret, because eventually there's going to have to be a change of the crazy. Now, it's all up to you if you're going to be proactive to that crazy or not. If you're bold enough to do the work of the answer, but if you're bold enough to identify what your crazy may be. And sometimes that's a hard thing. If you don't know how to start that, I do have a Live Past Crazy blueprint on my website. You can go check that out. It's livepastcrazy.com. There is a blueprint where I'll walk you through how to identify that. But let's take the top 5 things that are driving you crazy. And with this exercise, I don't want it to be something, the kids drive me crazy. The kids will always drive you crazy. At 21, mine still drive me crazy. At 14, sorry, Court. At 14, they still drive me crazy. So that's a given. But let's think about a for real problem that you have. Let's take that you don't have a job. And if I think Miss Margaret is on here. She is Margaret in the Morning. She's also a job coach. So if you do not like your job, why don't you today reach out to somebody that can help you, point you in the right direction to make a better decision. Miss Margaret may be the one lady for you. So I suggest you reach out to her, because it doesn't hurt to have a conversation with somebody just to get the answer. If you don't go seek, you will never find. Period. If you never go, you're never going to find that. You're never going to know what could have been. And then when crazy finally hits the ceiling to top it all out, then you're going to be left feeling some type of way. So think about that. So if it's a job, reach out to somebody. If it's your resume, reach out to somebody. Now, if it's your crazy relationship, let's think about this. Let's break it down to like for real, simple. And this is how I did it for me. If it was a crazy relationship, am I contributing to the crazy? Because the first step in this journey, besides being quiet, is the second one. And this is maybe 1.8. You got to check yourself, boo, before you check somebody else. So before I can come to you and say, you're causing a crazy in my life, you're driving me crazy, I need to first check myself. What is JoJo bringing to the table? Am I participating willingly? And some of us are participating willingly in this crazy, right? And if I am, what am I going to do to stop it? What is the one thing I'm going to do to stop the crazy? And then if I am the crazy, what am I going to do about it? Number 2, if I am not the crazy, how is it affecting the rest of my life? If there's children involved. So my crazy affected my job. It affected my extended family. It affected my friends. It affected my children. It affected my health, my mental, emotional health. It affected my financial health. Everything from A to Z that crazy relationship had. And so when you break it down, you just got to tackle one thing at a time. So I knew I had a crazy relationship. To tackle that one, I had to leave. And then the second thing was to tackle my mental, then the emotional. Even though I needed the financial, I could only do what I could do. And then the financial came later. But break it down. Are you willing to do the work of the answer to get past your crazy? Write down the top 5 things that are driving you crazy. 10 if you really want to be bad. Write down those 10 things. And here, don't try to do all 10 at once. Mark off, handle one at a time. Mark it off and see how you feel about it. It may motivate you to do another one. And if it's a serious life change, write out why it's causing you crazy, what you want to do about it, and what you want the end result to be. Because the end result, we think we may know it here, but when you start writing it down and looking at it, it could be something totally different than what you expected. What do you expect out of life? What are your expectations? On Tuesday, Wednesday, I talked about don't make life change your name. What has life, if it has changed your name, what are you going to change your name back to? Who are you going to redefine yourself as? I talk about all the time the new rules to the new you. What new rules are you going to put in place? And it should be that part of it should be an exciting process. I'm never going to lie to you and tell you that the process is easy. It is not. It's torture at some point, because what you're coming to the realization is that the falsehood that you have become inundated with, that you structured your whole life around this crazy, was never who you really were. So now we're having to deal with the falsehood of our lives. Like, who am I really? Because this crazy said I was all of this, or I built my life around all of this crazy, and now it has crumbled. And that was Wednesday's talk. I talked about why we avoid challenges and changes, and number 7 was fear of destruction of the life that we had. And here's the confession and conversation. I didn't want to leave my abuser because I was afraid that I was going to mess up his life. I was like, oh my God, if I leave, it's going to mess up his ministry. He's not. And I was so worried about keeping the box of crazy that he had created for me intact that I could not see that it was never going to work out for me. Crazy is always going to work out for whoever has invited you into their crazy and built a house around it. It's always going to work out for them. It's never going to work in your favor. Ever, ever, ever. You will become crazy like them, and your life will change, and you will adapt to their lifestyle, but you will not be happy in your soul. So once I realized that I had the power to change and to do it how I wanted to do it, then you're able to take the steps. Because what you can't be is afraid to take the steps. What's the quote? You can fear the answer, but you can't avoid it. And this is what I knew. If I did not face the fear of doing the work of my answer, meaning if I did not leave my abuser, he was going to kill me, because clearly he valued his life way more than he valued mine. And until I was really willing and ready to do something about that, there was nothing that was going to happen that was in my best interest at all. Period. So you have to think about that, guys. Think about that today on this Fearless Friday. Write out the 5 or 10 things that are causing the crazy in your life. What are you willing to do about it? What's the outcome? And if you say, well, Joe, that's a hard process. We already know the answer. You just got to be willing to do the work of the answer. You got to be quiet, because the answer has always been there. But are you willing to hear it and receive it? And then once you have that in place, then it becomes easier. You have a little confidence in yourself to implement it, to live past crazy. You got to be willing to do the work. Period. It all requires action. It's going to require action for you to stay in crazy, and it's going to require action for you to get outside of crazy. Both of them are equally as hard. It was hard for me to stay in crazy because I was fighting for my life every day. It was hard for me to live outside of crazy because I was fighting for my life every day. Either I was going to voluntarily let somebody kill me because I stayed there, or I was going to leave and handle my business. So sometimes it becomes a simple life or death situation, even if you think it's not that serious. Is your crazy slowly killing who you are inside so that you no longer know who you are, why you are, whose you are, where you're going, but instead you have adapted to their title and their way of thinking. What I refuse, and y'all know what I'm getting ready to say, what's not fixing to happen is Louis, Yamitra, JoJo going to lose everything that she's worked for and adapt to somebody else's way of crazy thinking because it works for them. I cannot participate. I refuse to participate. And they may think I'm crazy. I don't invite anybody else into my crazy until they know the rules up front. And there are rules and stipulations up front. There are guidelines. There are standards. People will meet them. What I'm not fixing to do is go backwards and adopt a crazy lifestyle because someone else deems it necessary for my life. And how many of us have built our lives around that? I'm just saying. I know this week has been kind of serious with the mental detox and all of this good stuff, but the holidays are here. They're not coming up. The holidays are here. And what you'll find is that you are transforming yourself into other things for other people more around the holidays. And it's more stressful and it's more aggravating and people are getting on your nerves more simply because they may not understand what's going on with you, but you understand that you're not living true to who you are. So write out those 10 to 5 things today of what is driving you crazy. And then let's just take one at a time. So let's do 5. And by the end of January, you should be through 5 of them. All 5 of those. And then come back and tell me how you feel. What do you think about that? You can fear the answer, but you can't avoid it. And the wound is where the light has entered you. Sometimes the place where we've been hurt the most is the place of our revelation. It's where we have the insight of where we want to go. I always tell you, if you know what you don't want, that is the best place to be. Because now you already know what you don't want. So the only thing you can have the answer to is what you do want. And that's the fun part, to define that for yourself. Nobody can define that for you but you. And when you take it seriously and write out what it is that you want, how you want it, and how you want it to look, then you have a different focus in life other than the crazy of those around you. I'm just saying. All right, guys, I know this is a quick morning show. I've been miss what's the word for bladdermouth? What? I've been chatty Cathy all this week. So today this is going to be a quick show because I don't want you guys to get caught up in anything other than to do the work of making that list and start marking things off of what is causing your crazy. And if you want to start with the small thing, start with the small thing and work your way down to the big. And don't put a timeline on it. It's how you feel comfortable working that timeline for yourself. But here's what happens when you write it down. When you write out that list of crazy for yourself, now your mind is more aware of it. Now you're more conscious of it. And you're automatically going to want to find an answer to it because your brain always wants to solve your problem. And when you write out that this is a problem, your brain is automatically going to start working and say, I need to fix this for my sister. Let me find her an answer to that one thing. So think about that today, guys. You can fear the answer, but you can't avoid it. The wound is where the light has entered you. Write out those 5 things. I promise you, even if once you write them out and you think you're not going to do anything about it, subconsciously you will be without even knowing it because you have brought it to your mind's attention. All right, guys, that is it for the Fearless Morning Show. I hope you have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, please make sure you send them over to our YouTube channel where they can binge watch all of the Fearless Morning shows over there. We are 268 videos strong over there, so you can binge watch all of the Fearless Morning shows. Make sure you check out Miss Lynn Demons, who is my Fearless co-host, at bit.ly/talk to Lynn. And Demons Enterprise is her website if you want to learn how to live past crazy in your finances. She is America's #1 rebound coach. Yes, she said it, America's #1. So make sure you check. All right. Please don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. Go over to livepastcrazy.com and there's a button for join us. Make sure you sign up to get on our emailing list so you can find out what we have going on, where we're going to be, and all the good stuff. So, okay, I'm moving. So I gotta go because I'm in somebody else's parking space yet again. All right, guys, I hope you have a great Friday, and I will see you here bright and early on Monday morning. Be safe.